Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our community of coin enthusiasts who love uncovering hidden treasures from around the world. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single story, because what I'm about to show you could completely change the way you look at coins in your collection. Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, something small, unassuming, yet carrying decades of stories, culture, and value. Today, we are going to explore a coin that might just do that for you. A coin from South Africa, minted in 2004, a 20-cent piece. At first glance, it might seem like any other coin you'd see in your change. It's common to think, it's just a coin. It's worth 20 cents, right? Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. Coins like this one aren't just currency, they are time capsules. They tell the story of a nation, its wildlife, its struggles, and its triumphs. South African coins are especially fascinating because each one reflects the natural beauty and rich heritage of the country. Many collectors around the world, particularly those in the United States and Europe, are willing to pay serious money for coins that are rare, in excellent condition, or have a unique story. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 2004 South African 20-cent coin so special? Is it the design, the rarity, or something hidden in plain sight that most people overlook? Let me take you on a journey that shows exactly why this coin could be sitting in your pocket or drawer right now without you realizing its incredible potential. First, let's talk about design. The South African 20-cent coin carries a beautiful depiction of the country's heritage. While many people simply see a small metal disc, the coin is carefully designed to reflect South Africa's national identity. Every detail, from the engraved patterns to the imagery, is a testament to the skill and artistry of the mint. But beyond artistry, there's a story here. This coin was minted during a period of significant transition in South Africa. It was a time of growth, reflection, and change, a period when the country was establishing its identity on the global stage. Coins from this era capture that historical essence. Collectors around the world know that age alone isn't enough to determine value. It's condition, rarity, and demand that create true treasure. And this coin has an interesting twist. While millions were minted, a small batch of 2004 20-cent coins has something unusual about it. Some were struck in slightly different conditions, with subtle variations in the metal composition or slight differences in minting eras. These variations can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. It's not just about rarity, either. It's about the story and the journey of the coin. Imagine a coin that has survived nearly 2 decades, traveling from hand to hand, traveling across cities, countries, and continents. Think about how many people have held it, how many transactions it's witnessed, and the silent history it carries. When collectors see coins like this, they are not just buying metal, they are buying the story, the journey, and the connection to a different time. And here's something that's really fascinating for older collectors, particularly those who have lived through decades of economic change. A coin like this reminds you of the value of preserving tangible assets, things you can hold, feel, and pass down to the next generation. In a world that's rapidly becoming digital, physical coins hold a unique charm, a security, and a sense of nostalgia. That's why people over 50 are especially drawn to collectible coins. They combine the thrill of discovery with the comfort of history. Now, let's talk numbers without revealing too much too soon. The 2004 South African 20-cent coin might be small, but the collector's market can make even small coins incredibly valuable. Over time, coins that were once considered ordinary can skyrocket in value, particularly when global interest rises and the supply becomes scarce. And here's a little secret: coins from South Africa have been quietly climbing in demand internationally. Collectors in Europe, Asia, and North America are actively seeking out coins from this period, and they are willing to pay premium prices for them. Think about it this way: while your neighbors might pass by these coins without a second thought, there's a whole community of enthusiasts who would see this same coin as a hidden treasure. They spend hours researching, tracking auctions, and comparing minting details just to find the perfect piece for their collection. And this 2004 20-cent coin fits perfectly into that niche. You might also be surprised to know that coins like this are not just valued for their metal. South African coins of this era were primarily made from copper and nickel, common metals. But again, the magic is in the minting, the rarity, and the preservation. If a coin has been kept in excellent condition, untouched, without scratches, and still shiny, it can become a highly sought-after collectible. That's why coin collectors are always asking, do you know what you have in your pocket or drawer? And that leads to another point, the thrill of discovery. There's something deeply satisfying about realizing that an object you've had for years is worth far more than you imagined. It's not just about money, it's about connection, history, and a touch of excitement. For many collectors, the journey of finding, researching, and finally appraising a coin is as rewarding as the monetary value itself. Now, I promised you would reveal the value, and I want to make sure you understand why this is such a jaw-dropping figure. Remember, we are talking about a small, unassuming coin, minted in 2004, that most people would overlook. But for the right collector, this coin is a crown jewel. Experts in numismatics, coin collecting specialists, have examined this particular issue and found that a coin in exceptional condition, with the right minting characteristics, can reach staggering figures at auction. And here it is. This 2004 South African 20-cent coin can be valued at an astonishing $70,000. Yes, $70,000 for a coin you might have ignored just days ago. This is why you need to look at coins differently. It's not just change, it's potential wealth, it's history, and it's an investment. A coin from 2004 might seem recent, but with the right condition, the right collector, and the right story, its value becomes extraordinary. So, before you sweep your old coins into a drawer, take a closer look. That seemingly ordinary coin could hold an incredible story, and potentially, a fortune. And remember, the most important thing is preserving these coins in their best condition, because the tiniest scratch or mark can make a huge difference in value. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, because we share stories like this all the time, stories that connect history, excitement, and opportunity. Keep your eyes open and your hands ready, because treasure is often hiding in plain sight, and this 2004 South African 20-cent coin is proof that even the smallest things can be the most extraordinary.
For most years, the 20-cent coins passed through hands by the thousands, circulated, exchanged, sometimes lost, sometimes forgotten. The design remains stable, the public rarely notices minor differences from year to year. Yet in the case of the 2008 20-cent, subtle divergences began to emerge among serious coin collectors and numismatic experts. One version appears with edges slightly thicker in places, another with a misalignment between the two sides so that part of the coat of arms overlaps more than in standard examples. Some pieces show slight color variations where plating appears uneven. These are not dramatic errors, one might not spot them in everyday use. But to those who examine coins closely, those minutiae transform a common object into something rare. The story of how this coin became prized begins in mint records and collector forums. Minting data indicates that a normal run was produced, but reports circulated that a small batch suffered from imperfect machinery calibration, resulting in tiny defects. The misalignment might be by a millimeter or more, plating might have been weak in spots, edges slightly off-round. In numismatics, such imperfections often carry value, especially when they are few. For every 1,000 correctly minted pieces, how many carry these quirks? The fewer they are, the more desirous collectors began hunting them. Coin dealers found photographs shared online, descriptions posted in forums. One collector flew across provinces to examine a specimen firsthand. Others petitioned to have coins authenticated and graded by experts. A coin graded in near mint condition with one of these mint errors became something sought, something whispered about, something that could command attention far beyond its nominal value of 20 cents. As time passed, the condition of the coin has become crucial. A piece kept pristine, protected from wear, from scratches, from corrosion, one in which the design is sharp, the edges crisp, the luster of the bronze plating still gleaming, those specimens are rare. The majority of coins have been used, they show wear, the details of the protea slightly smooth, the coat of arms soft along its edges. Those do not draw the same interest. But the few that survived, locked in cases or collections, began to gain reputation. Auction catalogs began listing 2008 20-cent, proof-like, misaligned strike, or 2008 20-cent with weak plating spot with high estimates. Collectors who find such a coin know that it represents both history and chance, the convergence of design, era, preservation. In local markets, in specialist coin auctions, in private sales, interest grew. A collector in Cape Town paid unexpectedly high prices for one misaligned specimen in excellent preserved condition, another in Johannesburg secured one with rare plating variation. International numismatic magazines did articles, comparing photographs, speculating on how many of these error types might exist. Word spread among serious coin circles that 2008 was special, not because of a commemorative issue, not because of a changed design, but because of the anomalies that slipped through quality control in small numbers. The coin's value escalated from a few dollars above face value, to hundreds, then thousands. When a coin in a mint state with verified misalignment, with well-documented provenance, appeared for sale, bidders from around the world joined. Some offered sums that once would seem ludicrous for a piece of 20-cent coin. But rarity changes perception. It transforms a humble coin into a collectible gem. And condition amplifies the value, damage, wear, corrosion all diminish it. But those that remain untouched, flawless, edge sharp, design crisp, they are treasured. Today collectors view that 20-cent coin from 2008 sometimes almost like a legend. Not every specimen is extraordinary. In fact, most are unremarkable for daily spending. But just one or two pieces, preserved by chance, by a collector's foresight, by careful storage, have become exemplary. For those, the price is no longer bounded by metallic content or face value. It is determined by rarity, desirability, condition, story.